Hey, this is Dr. Barry. In this short video, let's discuss 7 things your doctor got wrong about fats. Slowly but surely, doctors are starting to wake up and come on board that healthy fats are actually good for you. But it's probably going to take the average doctor anywhere from 3 to 20 years to finally figure this out. And so I don't really believe you have that much time to wait when it comes to your health and your longevity and your well-being. And so I wanted to make this quick video for beginners. And so if you know someone who's just now starting to discover the ketogenic way of eating, low carb, healthy fat, low carb, high fat, any of the ancestral diets, then I want you to please share this with them because they need to know this information. Share this with them because they don't deserve to suffer for 3 to 20 years until their personal doctor wakes up and smells the keto coffee. So let's talk about the 7 things your doctor got wrong about fats. Number one, the worst misconception that many doctors still have. I had this misconception 10 years ago before I learned better, and that is number one, fat makes you fat. Eating fat will make you gain fat. This has been completely and totally disproven. This in both in research and in the common sense laboratory of the Berry Clinic where I practice every day. For years, I tried to preach calorie restriction diets to patients. They always failed. For years, I tried to preach low saturated fat, low fat, high carb diets. They always failed without exception. Now we know for a fact that eating fat does not make you gain fat. Therefore, this is number one, fat makes you fat. Not true. Okay. Number two, fat clogs your arteries. So this is one that so many doctors still believe. If you eat saturated fat, it'll clog your arteries and lead to a heart attack or a stroke. Completely false. It doesn't even make good physiological sense. If doctors would just get out their physiology textbook and go back and read what fat actually does, what cholesterol is actually used for in the body, what damages the insides of your arteries is inflammation and chronically elevated insulin. And so when one of your arteries gets damaged on the inside, your body tries to fix the cells that line the artery. Now, every cell membrane in your body, what is it made of? What does it have to have in order to even function as a proper human cell? It has to have lots of cholesterol in the cell membrane, or the membrane won't even function properly and the cell will die. And so when your body's trying to repair and replace the cells in a damaged artery wall, it has to have cholesterol to do that. That's common physiology. That's like college level physiology, not even med school physiology. But so many doctors have been brainwashed by big pharma that they forgot about this simple lesson that they learned in the first year of medical school. That's number two. Fat clogs your arteries. No, not true. Not true. Number three, your body doesn't need fat. Now, remember back what I said on number two. Every cell membrane in your body, without exception, has to have cholesterol in it. Good cholesterol from good quality fats to even function properly. If not, if you're eating lots of canola oil and corn oil and soybean oil, you're using that fat to make your cell membranes, but it's not good fat. It's not the right thing. It's not what your body wants. Your body wants cholesterol. That's why it makes 3,000 milligrams a day on its own. And it doesn't mind at all if you want to eat a little extra. Okay, that just helps it have more building blocks to make good, healthy cells with their cell membranes. So, number three, your body doesn't need fat. That's dumb. Stop saying that, doctor. Number four, your brain and your organs can't burn fat. They can only burn glucose. So many doctors still believe this and still spout this foolishness to their patients. Every cell in your body can burn ketone bodies, which are ketones, which are made of fat. Every cell in your body can burn them except for red blood cells and a few, very small few cells in your brain. That's it. And maybe the back of your eye and the retina. Maybe some of those cells can't burn ketones for fuel, but every other cell in your body, and there are trillions of them, can burn fat just fine for fuel. So number four, your brain and organs can't burn fat. No, that's dumb. Stop saying that, doctor. Stop telling your patients that lie. Now, number five, fat screws up your hormones. Now, let's go back to the drawing board, doctors. Let's go back to Physiology 101. What are hormones made of? All the gender hormones, almost every hormone as a backbone is made on the cholesterol molecule. Yeah, every single one. Testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, all of them are made from cholesterol. So when you actually eat a super low saturated fat diet and you take a statin, that's what screws up your hormones, okay? Not eating fat. So number 5, fat screws up your hormones? Absolutely not. Stop saying that, doctor. Number 6, fat's bad for your heart. And this goes back to the cholesterol hypothesis of heart disease that, when someone has a heart attack and dies and we do an autopsy on them, we find cholesterol plaque in the heart arteries. So it must have been the cholesterol that did that, right? That's like driving by a house that's on fire and seeing firemen in the yard and saying, see those firemen, they caused that fire. No, they were there to put out the fire. And that's what cholesterol is in the artery trying to do, is make new cell membranes and repair the damage to the cell wall that was done by the chronic garbage of the standard diet that caused inflammation and chronically elevated insulin and led to the damage to start with. So number 6, fat is bad for your heart. No, that's stupid. Stop saying that, doctor. Number 7, you don't need fat at all. You don't need fat. Well, yeah, okay. So every cell membrane has to have cholesterol, which comes from fat. Your brain is 60 to 70% fat. Your nerves and the myelin sheaths around the nerves that help them conduct signals very quickly all need fat and cholesterol in order to function properly. So, yeah, number 7, you don't need fat at all. Ridiculous statement. Please, doctors, stop telling your patients these things. Now, if you know someone who's still scared to death of eating fat or eating saturated fat or eating cholesterol in their diet, please share this with them on their Facebook. You can share it in your page if you like. You can share it on your personal page in your groups. I always give you permission to share because I'm trying to help as many people as I can, because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to turn the tide on the metabolic syndrome epidemic, the type 2 diabetes epidemic, the childhood obesity epidemics in the US and in the world. I'm sick and tired of watching that curve grow. I'm ready to see it start going in the other direction. And if you'd like to help me a little more with my mission, you can click on the Patreon link down below, sign up very quickly, and you can throw a buck or two my way to help give me more time to make videos just like this so I can help more people. This is Dr. Barry. I'll see you.